Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back. Clumsy Flying. Yes, secret sleepy Saturday stream. Hey Scripps, how are you? I was planning to record today, but I thought, why not stream? So here we are. Don't have a face cam today though. My face is too sleepy for a face cam. But I do want to fly, so we'll get right to it. We are continuing our UK tour from Carlisle, making our way south towards, what is this place? Isle of Walney, I think it is. Not many landmarks in the middle here in this route, but I've seen this area. Looks pretty nice on its own, and we can travel via we can follow the motorway. I think it was the M5 or something. We'll see soon enough, okay? But we will try and enjoy as much as we can. Make it a scenic sight, especially with the Just Flight Piper Arrow III that is currently not yet released fully, not yet released to the public, but some of the content creators have access to it, and I am lucky to have that as well. So let's go with that. Let me load it up and we'll see where we get to. There we go. We got detected. I actually did this leg last night and it wasn't being detected properly. It didn't recognize that I landed already, so we're repeating it now. So I know what we are going to see here. Going to be some nice sights, but anyway, I hope this time it works. There we go. Golf November Lima, Walney Island. Good. Let's keep that in. Now in terms of little nav map, we do have, so we're starting here, Echo Golf November Charlie. Do we have any winds? No winds. Ooh, live weather today. And looks like the clouds are not too bad, surprisingly. Okay, that's good. And what I want to do, so that's where we're going. Here, where my mouse is. Oh, it's not the M5, it's the M6 actually. And what we can do is actually trace through. So go direct Carlisle here. Once we reach Carlisle, we turn left and we trace through the M6. That will be a nice visual flight. And all the way until we reach the coast. When we see the coast, we can turn right and break off from the motorway. And then we'll land in Echo Golf November Lima, Walney Island. That would be the rough ballpark plan. Good. Start things up. Maybe there we go. Still have the noisy throttles because of my yoke. Absolutely loving this plane. The more I fly it, the more I'm enjoying it. Aside from the nice wear and tear visuals, it just feels so real when you fly it. It feels very different from most of the planes I've flown in Flight Sim. It's really requires you to move your yoke, and it has those very fine controls. It's quite nice. Through the chocks and tie downs. Cabin doors, only the cabin door is open, I think. Let's turn off the yokes for now. Batteries, oil is good. GPS 100. I still don't know how to operate it. I did switch this one though. The HSI. So if you can see here, it says DI enabled. I guess that's what? Direction indicator. But this is HSI. This is the one we tried last time, which has the horizontal, I forget. But yeah, the indicator, how far away from the deviation you are. But I think I like this better. That one. It's a bit more classic looking. So let me click that from here so you can see the difference. That one is changing. It's nice that you can customize it that way. We can also change this GPS to something a bit more familiar like that. But personally, I really like the look of this classic, even though I cannot use it. So yes, we'll keep that for now. Let's turn off all avionics before we start the plane. Everything is off now, I think. Yes, looks good. Good. Yes, I think we're good there. We can turn off the EFP so that we can make this as classic looking as possible. Close the door. Latch them up. Keep the window open for now so we have some fresh air. So now what we can do, if I can remember the startup procedure, is to move the propeller to full. We do have parking brake set. Turn on the battery. We should hear the gyros spooling up. Oh, very nice. Very nice attention to detail. Turn on the beacon. Very nice. Put the throttle to around 1/4. Turn on the boost pump, the fuel pump. Oh, and then let's put the mixture to full rich. You can see the fuel flow there. Then cut it off. Turn it off like so. And now we can start the engine, I think, if I remember correctly. And then put the mixture to full rich bit by bit, like so. And then around 1400 to 1500 RPM. There we go. Hey, Oliver. Evening, morning, afternoon, 12 p.m. there. It's almost 8 a.m. here, so I'm almost waking up, but not quite. How are things? Thanks for joining. You can adjust the panel lighting here. Hey, Bao Bao. How are you doing? Glad you could join. Now let us turn on the alternator as well before our battery runs out. This is one test that I want to try. So you see here, the battery voltage is starting to get less and less, 11.3 volts now. But once we turn on the alternator, the ammeter should adjust. So turn that on. You can see the ammeter here, the amps increasing, and from 11.3 that should increase. There you go, 11.4. So it is charging. I love the level of detail that they put in this plane. Very nice, very nice. I was watching Jack doing some racing. It's pretty fun. Oh, nice. Was he streaming? I think I saw him on Discord. I should have checked first, huh? Good. Hope you guys had fun. Looking good there. Let's turn on our quote-unquote avionics. This is avionics, to be fair. Okay, and turn that on here. Self-test and progress. Okay, I'm not sure how you do that. Acquiring. So I read a bit on the manual. It cannot navigate until it goes to the, I think, 3D nav here. So I think we'll have to wait for it a bit. There we go, 3D nav. So that should be good enough already. It acquired enough satellites to know where we are. But I still don't know how to plug in stuff. I'm not sure if it's implemented at all. Because normally, I even googled like the real GPS 100, how you do that. And normally there should be like a black cursor. And then here is how you move the cursor. And then you type in where you want. Something like that. But doesn't seem like it works. So in the meantime, just do this instead. So I'm guessing right now it bases off from the Microsoft Flight Sim flight plan that you set. But since I didn't set anything, so it's blank. So right now, I guess all it can do is put in some stats for us. True air temperature, true air speed, things like that. Heading, tailwind, quite nice. But it's good, gives you that classic feel. Good, alright, let's get the yokes back in for immersion. Let's turn on the lights here. That is the pitot heat. We'll turn that on later before we take off. Landing lights, let's turn on. Now where is the runway? It's a good question. No winds today. Very calm winds, thankfully. Let me look for it. Little nav map is saying I need to... Okay, follow this taxiway. You know what? I think that's the one. And yes, this is easily, as soon as you get into this plane, you notice the nice handling on the ground with the rudders. It's not overly sensitive, and it's just reacting as how you could imagine a plane of this size moving with your feet. This plane looks like a used plane, not a new one. Makes it feel real. Yeah, exactly. Yes, my thoughts exactly. And the developers are saying that this is actually how it looks in a real plane where they based it from. So they have a real plane that they used as a model, and that has been through a lot because of all the trainings, all the flights it's gone through, and the wear and tear that plane has weathered. That is exactly how they put that in here. So these wear and tear stuff is pretty accurate. So let me plug in the heading here. So I'm moving the heading bug. I'm not sure if you can see there. 243 would be the runway heading. Here we are, almost there. Good. Trims are in the middle. Good. Clear on the left. Okay, looks good there. Skip the run up, so in the essence of time. Turn on the pitot heat. Turn on the boost pump. Flaps for takeoff. Off we go. Takeoff thrust is set. Airspeed's alive. 65 knots is our rotation speed. There it is. Ever so gently. Maybe close the window. That would be safer, probably. Tap the brakes. Gear up. Love those sounds. Flaps going up as well. Very nice. Very nice. So we'll head on straight here until we reach Carlisle. As soon as we see something that resembles a very busy city compared with what we're seeing here, all the grass, the fields, then we'll turn left and look for M6. 1,000 feet is going to be our cruising altitude for now. We'll adjust later based on the elevation. Okay, pulling back on the throttle for 22, 23 inches of manifold pressure, and lowering the RPMs to 2200 for a very comfortable cruise. There we go. Let's stick to 1,000 feet for now. Leaning the mixture. Actually, we can turn off the boost pump now. And the landing lights, so it's not that noisy. So leaning the mixture, EGT rising, EGT falling. Lean of peak now. Nice. Even the pillar, left one looks like a little dirty. This one? Yeah, you're right. Good observations. It does look very real, doesn't it? You live very close to Carlisle. Oh, nice. We'll be looking for you. We'll be looking for you, Wave. Okay, that's M6 for sure. This is why I love following motorways, because it's impossible to miss them, unlike the smaller roads that we've tried following before. Very nice. So that's Carlisle. You guys want to take a tour of Carlisle before we proceed? I'm fine with that. Let's go and descend here a bit. Get close to 1,000 feet again. Man, this is old school flying, huh? Not a single glass panel in view. Love it. But yeah, the feel of this plane is so different from the other planes that I've flown, because it really requires you to put in some pressure on the yoke, which is, I can imagine, very close to how it should be in real life. Shouldn't be overly sensitive. And so that means it also is a lot easier to trim and fly level, because you need very, how do you say, very distinct yoke movements. And so if you apply small movements, then it's easy to level out the plane, to trim it properly. Very nice. That's Carlisle. Let's go and look for Oliver. I think I see him. I see him waving there. Good. Beautiful piece of work, yes. I'm actually not sure though when it's planning to be released. From what I've seen in the forums, I've been reading the forums, I think Just Flight, the developers and publishers of this plane, oh, just shook there. I think the weather changed a bit. I think the developers joined one of the live streams at some point, and they were mentioning that they are planning to release this plane either late this week or early next week. I think that's the plans, but it's very close. It's very close. So looking forward to that one, because I'm not sure if I will be getting updates. So I have a press copy here, an early access preview copy, but I don't know if they'll be giving me the updated version as well, like the final version, because this one is still a work in progress. They're tuning in some stuff. There's M6 right below us. Nice. Let's follow this one then. Let's have a look outside. Yeah, that's the one. Granted, it's flooding in some areas, but who's checking? There's the motorway right in front of us. Great landmark as we explore the lush green fields here in the UK. Beautiful. But yeah, so Just Flight I think will release it on, well, either this weekend or early next week. And I'm not sure if I will get the updated version, so I'm not sure if I'll have to purchase it as well. But given so far how I've flown this currently, how it looks, how it feels, I would gladly buy it, to be honest. It looks like it's going to be on the more expensive side though, especially as a GA plane. I'm not sure, so don't take my word for it. But from what I've heard, I think it's around 40. If that's 40 pounds, 40 euros, or $40, I'm not sure, but it's 40 plus, around that point. So at least you can set your expectations a bit. But yeah, for all the systems that is put in the feel of how they got this, it actually looks pretty nice. Hey, Recovery! Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, man. How's it going? What GPU do you need? In terms of minimum system requirements, might be better to check the site, or the Steam page should have something. But I remember when I had a 1070 before, I was doing fine. I could do high-end settings at 1440. So even though the top-end GPUs cannot max out the settings or go at full 60 FPS or higher, lower end GPUs can run it just fine. So that's an advantage for those with low to mid end GPUs. Diablo 2 Resurrected or Diablo 4? I think I want to, for old time's sake, nostalgia. I used to love playing Diablo 2 with my friends. I will probably try at the very least, but I will probably not feature it in the channel. Maybe just offline playing, because the channel is simulator oriented. Sure thing. Hey, Porky. Oh, that's great. Glad we caught each other. What time is it there? Yeah, I don't normally stream during this day. I stream Wednesdays and Fridays. So if you've seen in the YouTube channel, every week there are 2 long videos that get posted, the 3-hour long videos. Those are actually streams. Thanks, glad you could join. I'm glad we caught each other finally. Very nice. So yeah, I was flying here yesterday and I was thinking, I think I want the guys to see this. Even if there are no specific landmarks in the area. Just flying through this kind of area, it looks so good. And I'm not sure if this is even handcrafted. I don't think so. I think this is a product of the Black Shark AI. So a combination of Bing Maps, satellite imagery, and Black Shark AI goodness, adding in the motorways, the houses, the villages, and filling in the trees and the different elevation data. I still cannot wrap my head around how all of this can be automatically done. I mean, we are in a very advanced civilization now, huh? We're flying in the UK. We started off in Carlisle, in northern England, right? I think. I hope I got that right. We're making our way south here, following the M6, so that's our visual landmark. We're following the motorway, the M6, until we reach the coast, and then we'll branch off from there. We'll turn right and hug the coast until we get to the airport, which is Echo Golf November Lima, which is what's that name? Let me see. Walney Island Airport. It's the next landmark here in Skypark in the UK tour. So that's us. Yeah, so we're hugging the M6 here, and then at some point M6 will reach this coast and then we'll branch off from there. Something along those lines. I stream too little. Yeah. If I could, I would. Blame my full-time work. Or maybe not, because I wouldn't be able to stream at all without it. It would not be sustainable, unfortunately. Let's tune in some VORs. Let's see if we can test some of the avionics in this classic plane. Although when I last checked, there was barely any VOR in here when I checked. Just looking at my screen on the other side. Little nav map. Okay, I see a VOR just for testing. Pole Hill, Papa Oscar Lima, 112.1. Okay, let's try that. So let's tune in here. 112.1. And the needles here for the VOR should change if we capture that. Doesn't look like we are though. Might be a bit too far for us. Let me see. How far away are we from there? We're 62 miles away from that VOR. Might be one of those which has 40 nautical mile ranges. But we'll see. If that changes, then we should see that reflect here on the needles. And it should have a DME as well here to show how far we are away from the VOR. See if that changes. Looks like the land is creeping up bit by bit. Nice. Looks like there's someone there as well. Someone enjoying flying through the UK. And I love this scenery. It's nothing dramatic, right? Nothing like jaw-dropping mountains or anything, but just the combination of all these sights coupled with this super classic looking plane that has obviously been through a lot. I mean, that really immerses me in a whole different world. Very nice layout on the motorway there. Nice to see. You even have bridges and everything. I think that's like a... Is that a roundabout? Kind of an oval, huh? Very interesting layout. I think the UK is very fond of those. Very nice. How's the temperature right now? I also looked at this one in more detail. I think I can read this now. We tried it last time. So this is where the temperature is, the reading is from. It literally is like sticking a thermometer on the outside there. But that inner range is the Celsius. Outside is Fahrenheit. So it's like negative 11 degrees Celsius, I guess, if I read that right. Let's have a look here. True air temperature, it says 4 though. That might not be working, I'm not sure. We'll have to look at that in more detail later. Yeah, this plane is so stable. Not often able to fly like this smooth, hand flying like this. It's so hard to do in other planes because they're just so sensitive. So it's hard. But this one really feels like you're flying something. When I move the yoke, it reacts in a very... It's hard to describe. And I didn't expect it would feel this way, but yeah, very nice. Very natural. Looks like the ground is also bit by bit coming up close to us, so maybe it's good to climb here. So let's go full throttle here. Let's increase the RPMs again so we can climb. The mixture, let's go a bit rich of peak. A, control shift W. This is payware. This is coming soon. This is Just Flight's Piper Arrow. And I think it's coming out sometime next week based on rumors, but we don't have an official release date yet. Yeah, it does look very nice. If you're looking to do some sightseeing, GA flying, yeah, I think this is as classic as it looks right now. Oh, look at even the needle is moving bit by bit as we start to capture the VOR. Let's see where that is. If you can change the needle here to track where it's going. There we go. So if we want to go direct to that VOR, we should head on a course that is... What is this? 150. 160. So somewhere here, straight where we are facing right now. It's pretty cool. Okay, I think that might be a bit too high already. Let's pull back on the throttle here. Pull back on the RPM. 2200. It's good. And let's lean the mixture bit by bit. That should be good. Yes. Right, now we are a bit safer from all these hills that are starting to come up next to us. So you can see the DME information as well. 52 miles from that VOR 112.1. This is our ground speed, I guess. And it says if we head straight to the VOR, we'll be there in 28 minutes. That's not where we're going though, I'm just testing it out. But where we're actually going is somewhere completely different, opposite direction. But there is no VOR close there, unfortunately. So we'll have to change it soon. The airport we're going to has an ILS approach. 110.15. So that's what we're tuning instead. Even the sounds on the dials are so crisp. Very nice. Really helps with the immersion. 110.15. Okay, there you go. Okay, it will take a while before we can capture that. Let's go and descend a bit, pulling back on the throttle even more. And that looks great. From what I've been told by Scott from Just Flight, this plane is almost, this version that we're flying is almost the full version already, the final release or the public release, but except for some work in progress stuff. I think mainly the engine sounds, I think they're still tweaking, and some other things. But yeah, given what it has at the moment, really enjoying it. I would like a bit more immersion or a bit more realism when it comes to like the failures maybe, or the startup sequence. Like flooding the engine if you pump in too much fuel in it, if that's a thing, or anything that pertains to how you really start this plane. And if you do it wrong, what can happen? That's something that I would like to have. And I don't think that's present in any of the Flight Sim 2020 planes yet. They're very forgiving when it comes to starting up the plane. As long as you put some fuel in, there's no risk of drowning the engine or anything like that in any of the planes I've seen. That's something that's present in other planes, in other sims, like for example the TBM. I think that's possible. Was it? No, not really the TBM. No, sorry. The Cessna 172, I think, from the REP, the Rep. SimCoders Rep package in X-Plane. They have that kind of simulation where you really have to be mindful of your mixture knob, how much fuel you're introducing. You can drown the engine, or you can lean it too much, be harmful to your engine, things like that. That would be something I would want to simulate as well, so that I can learn how to properly care for the plane. We'll see. Maybe they'll add that, or maybe they don't have plans on doing that. We'll see when we get there. I do like the manual though. The manual they have is very detailed. Has all the flavor text in a way, but has also the very functional checklists, and even has a tutorial on how you fly the plane for the first time if you're not familiar with it. So it really helped me out. Looking good. Hey Sonoma, glad you made it today to this ad hoc stream. Goodness, 14 months all on a streak. Talk about consistency. Thank you, man. How are you doing? Hey Fabse, let me know if you have questions in the mods, if you're looking for something specific. Oh, I like that. It's like winding a road that crosses the motorway and runs parallel. Very nice. And that they can capture such kind of detail here, right? Beautiful. This plane is perfect for flights like these. Let's climb a bit. Keep that 2,000 feet altitude. How fast are we flying? Around 110 knots. Nothing too fast. Just leisurely flying across the countryside here. Bonus day, exactly. Yes. I was planning to record a while ago, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe I can record, but maybe I can also stream, so I can hang out with you guys while I'm flying, and we can share stuff. What have you guys been busy with? Done any flying, trucking, snow running? Very nice. There's the motorway still snaking about. We do still have visibility on it. Following motorways probably is my favorite thing to do when doing visual flights. Using the motorways, the highways, less landmarks, I really like how it is. Because they're very windy, aren't they? And it's like you're never just flying on a straight line if you're following them as close as possible. And it adds to the interesting things. You start seeing cities pop up. You start seeing wind turbines come up like so. You even see the cars from above like here. And from this angle, they actually look pretty nice, huh? They look very natural. The cars that move. There's the coast. So we'll be breaking off from the motorway soon, and we'll be hugging the coast there right in front of us. So I think from here I don't see any hills up ahead. I think we can descend here. And enjoy a bit of the scenery below. A bit more up close and personal. Maybe we can descend to 1,000 feet, 1,500. We'll see. What is that? Some kind of mine? Like an open pit mine? Doesn't seem like it though. The shape is a bit different. There we go. Steady descent. Okay, I think we have... Okay, we captured the ILS already. So you can see the needles have changed. You can see the DME indication has changed as well. 24 miles away from the ILS. And that means we are on the right of the ILS. The localizer. So that's way out there. That's fine. We'll adjust it later. For now, let's enjoy the scenery a bit more. This is fast becoming my favorite plane. If I'm in the mood for some visual flying, this will be my go-to. If I'm in the mood for some instrument flying, then the CJ4 is going to be my go-to plane. Although with the upcoming release of the CRJ, that might also get into the equation afterwards. Very nice. Yeah, based on the videos of the CRJ I've seen, looks very promising. Looking forward to that one too. Looking good. For a change, we have clouds here, which are not very vicious with UK standards. We can actually see the sky through. There you go. Thanks, Babo. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I don't think it will happen either. It's more of a wish list from me, but from us. Glad to hear. Thanks for sharing. I was actually surprised with the amount of comments that video garnered. I was very busy replying to comments the entire night. But great to hear that we all have our opinions. Some agree, some have very different opinions, but everyone sharing in a very constructive way. No one, how do you say? We're acting like civilized people. Even if we don't agree completely with each other. I like that. Those are the kinds of discussions that I would like to have. That's true, Baba. That's true. Yeah. But I'm still hoping that they're working on something in the background. Something that they haven't revealed yet. Okay, we'll be branching off the M6 now. Thank you, M6, for the guidance. It was a nice drive. Nice drive, 1,000 feet above you. But now we're hugging the coast here and enjoying a bit of scenic view. Maybe we can fly over the airport before we actually do our approach, just to get the lay of the land. Russia is coming up next, yes, in the DLC that ETS2 will release. But yeah, they announced that already, but and because I'm thinking they have a lot of employees, right? And not everyone is mapping. So some people are doing something else. Well, I guess they have plenty of other things that they are working on. Lighting updates, licensing deals, logistics, admin stuff. That might fill up everything already. But there's also a very slight hope that they are working on something secret that they haven't revealed to anyone yet until they're ready. I'm hoping that's the case, but we'll never know. So nice. Oh, there's one of those things again. Guess that's a mine. Looks like it. I wonder if there will be a day where I can really fly like this. Is that Deso? Like Deso, our Deso? Flying where we're going? Maybe he is online and he saw that we are flying here. Or he's doing the UK tour himself. That would be great. Hey Caleb, how are you? Thanks for joining. Yep. Fuel tank switched. That click that you guys heard was the fuel tank switching from left to right tank over here. If you look at the EFB here, if you load it up, there is that setting auto fuel selector which is enabled. That was probably the one responsible for it. Nice. Yes, if they could tweak the engine sounds even more. As it is right now, it sounds good already, but I think they can even make it better. And also, I would love that feature that I've seen in, for example, the Carenado, the Mooney, wherein if you open the window here or the door, you really hear a difference in the engine sounds. You hear it because it's not insulated anymore. Hear it from outside. It's a nice addition to the immersion. Because at the moment, I think even if you open the windows, it doesn't change any of the sounds. So hopefully that is part of the work in progress stuff they are mentioning. 14 miles to the airport, 14.5 based on the localizer, the DME. Right there. If they release a new game. Yeah, true. Not everyone would though, but we will. Yeah, that's the hard part. You can never win everybody. That's why people have so much different opinions. The question is, which one do you go for? Oh look, it's Deso right there. I wonder if that's our Deso, the Deso we know. Let's go and give him a wave. Let's see if we can fly right next to him. Maybe he's going towards us as well. Based on those nav lights, green is the right side, red is the left side, right? So he's actually facing us. Maybe we're circling each other here. $700 feet. Cool. Yeah, he might be doing the UK tour actually. That's nice. It's facing away from us now. It highlights the importance of those nav lights, huh? You know exactly if a plane is coming straight at you or going away from you based on those lights. Still gonna play with super old hardware. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's limiting SCS in a way. Because if they increase their graphics so much, it alienates a large part of their community. Those which have less specs, lower end PCs. It's a very hard thing to balance. I wonder if they have that kind of data. I guess Steam would be able to capture that, right? Like, Steam captures the number of gamers online, number of people who are playing the game, and I think they also get some kind of PC system specifications. Aren't they? Because if they are, then that can be an asset to the developers, knowing what exactly their audience is, what resolution they're gaming at, what kind of rigs do they have. That might help with their decision making. I just love flying in this plane. It's so stable. I can understand why this is one of the go-to planes when it comes to teaching people how to fly. It's a very good way to start things off. 1060. Right. I guess the 1060 is a very formidable GPU. Isn't that the one that Nvidia is reviving? 8.5 miles. Okay. Let's look for the airport here. Should be somewhere at the edge of the coast. Should be somewhere there, I think. There. Not really. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're headed straight for it. Looks good. Loving this view. For miners, 1050 Ti and brand new 3060 dedicated to miners. Yeah, I like that idea. I hope it becomes successful. Their efforts to split the gaming and mining community so that we're not encroaching each other's territories. Stay on your lane. If it's going to be successful, who knows? But we'll see. I guess that wouldn't take into effect immediately. It will take some time to feel really the effects of that. Oh, this is a nice little village. Small lake like so. And that looks so nice, huh? Looks like a perfect spot to spend a vacation in. So nice. I love it. This is exactly why I want to fly like this. This is just so relaxing. Enjoying everything, anything and everything comes in front of you. And you don't even have to do any preparations beforehand. In reality, for sure you would have to plan your flight. You'd have to look at the weather. You would have to do this, do that, prepare all the paperwork, do a lot of studying. And in a way, that's an excitement of its own if you're really fond of flying. But for lazy guys like me, the things that this sim is capable of, without any effort, just load it up and go. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. Such a perfect flight for the weekend. I'm enjoying this. Hope you guys are as well. Nothing adrenaline pumping. Nothing that is action filled. No explosions, hopefully. Keeping my fingers crossed. No major twist in the plot. No plot actually. Just enjoying every bit of what we're seeing. I like that. 3 miles away. Let's see. What they achieved with this game is just insane. I definitely agree. Yes. In terms of the world generation, world updates, even the weather, the clouds. It's just truly next generation. Could not have imagined this possible. Oh, there it is. There's the runway. There are actually multiple runways here. But the one we'll be flying into is runway 35, which has a 348 heading. So let's adjust that here so I can set my expectations. Something like that. 348. And here, I think, I'm not sure if I need to set it here as well, but let's set the course properly. 348. Oh, there's Deso. There he is. Yeah, he's flying with us now. Hey Deso, how are you? Deso is one of our community members, joining us for trucking and for flying. It's nice. So there's the airport, runway 23. Runway 35 is this way. So we'll be joining the left downwind for runway 35. We'll cross it first here, and then we'll turn left. Start slowing down though. Let's put the mixture to full. Propeller to full already. Oh, and that happens when you lower the throttle too much. But if your gears aren't deployed yet, then that happens. Okay, let's turn into the downwind leg here. .100 knots. That's the one I like. There's the runway. Good. Almost downwind leg. Good. One notch of flaps going down. Landing gear going down. Landing lights, boost pump going on. Okay, slow down more. Stern base here. Might be a bit of a sharp turn so that we don't go over so much. Let's see. There's the airport. There it is. Okay. Bit high. You can see the needles on the ILS changing now. It's to indicate whether we are aligned laterally and vertically. Not that we need it right now because it's perfectly visual. Okay. Going full flaps here. Love the nudges. The sounds. Each of those interior switches sound like when working with them. Sounding good. 3 greens. 3 greens on the landing gear. Good. We are pretty high, but we can catch up to that easily enough. No worries. There's the glide slope changing. Puppy lights changing too. Okay, good. All good. 75 knots approach speed. Trimming. Yeah, even the landing on this plane is very different feel. It's a very different vibe. There we are. Okay. Going to idle throttle. And now we go for the flare. Come on. There we go. Nice. Oh, the rudders upon landing sometimes are a bit too sensitive. Walney Island. Now it detected where we are, thankfully. Because yesterday it didn't. There was a bug in Skypark at that point, I think. Good. Done here, let's go to the next location. It's this. Yeah, indeed. The fact that it runs in the first place, I know, right? Hey Patrick, glad you made it, man. Thanks for joining. That looks great, guys. That looks great. Oh, there's Deso. Did he land? Yeah, he landed. Thanks for flying with me, Deso. Appreciate it. Nice. Not sure, Tom. Thanks for joining. You can try and test and let us know how it works. How are things? Good. Alright, so I think we'll cut the recording here. But I will continue flying, maybe one more leg. Maybe I can record one more episode. But I want to split it so it's not that overly long because this is an hour long already. So let's cut it there. Let's see where Skypark takes us. For those who will be watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that flight from Carlisle to Walney Island. Next one is Echo Golf Charlie Bravo City Airport, Manchester. Oh, okay. Not Manchester Airport itself, Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, but close enough, I think. Looks like we have some nice sights on the way too, so we'll make that into a different episode, okay? Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I'll continue streaming and continue on the next leg in a different episode. Just, you'll get it. I know, it's confusing. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. For those who are in the stream, stay. We're not ending yet. Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy flying.